So what I did today, of course this is sideways, I put one of these little boxes here with the little snap lid. Oops. I used that as a little container box. This is an underwater cord, so it's waterproof. So I just drilled through the top and made a removable lid, and then I secured the bottom of this box with two stainless screws into the bottom of the container here. And then what I'll do is I'll cut a hole in the front here because there's a dial, and that's where the water inlet is, and then it comes up through the tube. So I put this in here. That way it'll keep everything nice and tucked away and neat. So this is secured, and then had to run that through, drill through the top, and then this is, just setting it up and getting it ready. And then use the latex tubing, which is really soft. You can buy this in the roll on Amazon for, I think, 25 or 50 feet for less than $20, and it's a lot more if you go to a store. And then the little PVC 90, which the 90 just hooks right in here. Let's see. So anyway, push that in like that, and there's very little pressure, so it's not under pressure. This here, these little rubber inserts are actually well nuts. They're rubber well nuts, and they have a copper or a brass sleeves female thread through the inside. So it's shaped like a top hat. If you put a top hat on a magician and then turned it upside down, so it has a lip around the edge, so it seats. It just happened to work out just right. So this is a heater core. So I cut the tubing off here. There was you can see there it was flared, and then there was a tubing, and then I cut it off, and then the neck is more narrow than the top. So there's matter of fact, let me see if I can grab one for you real quick here. So this isn't all the parts, but it's some of it. So this is trying to dig this out. I'm sorry, I'm not the most masterful video technician. So this is a well nut. So this little nut you can get at a plumbing store or at a marine shop, or I think Walmart's got them too. I bought them on Amazon. I bought a bunch. So it just happens to fit right inside, because the area outside here is bigger than the inside, and it just happens to drop in to where it sits about right there, and this little lip here doesn't allow it to fall inside, so that's cool. So this PVC 90 actually just goes right inside that well nut. Now what I did, I put these C-clips in here, if you can see that. I put those in there, and then a stainless washer to kind of hold it in, but there's really not enough edge here, so I'm going to put a set screw right through there, maybe one or two set screws, and or even a small screw with a point on it, and it'll go right inside and drill into the rubber, into the neck of the rubber right there, and keep it from popping out. Because I actually built another piece to go on top of this, which kind of made it a lot more. It's in a bag. I'm not going to use it though. Made it a lot more complicated, and so it doesn't matter whether the water goes in. The inlet is on either one. It doesn't matter. Now, what you could do, if you've made you more comfortable, you could actually put this on the top instead of on the bottom, but it really doesn't matter. And so these I bought on Amazon, and they're stainless steel little clasps, as you can see on this here. Now this was the original airbox I was going to use, but I think I'm going to switch to these because they're more sturdy. And also when you cut on these, you don't want to make it more brittle. So anyway, this is like a clasp, and then as you've seen, you just put that on there, and then it fits, let me see, fits just like that. So when you put all four of them on, it holds the box on, and then you can take the air box off of the cooler, put it in the travel bag, and then put them, and then carry all the components. And so what I did today is I used a 3-inch hole saw like this and drilled a 3-inch center out of this box here. And I can take that off. And I also put, for now, just some stainless steel screws in here to hold that from coming out. I'll probably run a small bolts through there because there's a tiny little sharp edge sticking out. I could put some rubber adhesive or rubber coating on that. And then this is I think it's called a flush out or something, but it just happens to fit on the fan just right. These are like $10 a piece though, and that's stainless steel. But this keeps people from putting their fingers in. And when I send them overseas, people have children, and I've got them on both sides. And so even if they plug this into the power source, the power outlet, then somebody, I don't want one of the children or somebody to put their finger in there. So I've got them on both ends. And the power source that I'm using is actually, try to put this up, making a big mess here. I'll make a more, I say professional, I'll make a more watchable video in the future. This is just for now because some people had made some requests about the components and stuff like that. So this is a 12-volt system. Now the thing about 12 volts, if you have an automobile in the United States, it's possibly more than likely 12 volts. So also, let's get the little, oh well, you've seen. So this little pump here is a little fountain pump, runs on 12 volts. And I bought some that have this barrel plug on the end, so there's no soldering or anything, and no loose wires. It's kind of, I tried to buy everything. It took me 2 years and about $2,500 to find all the parts that would actually match without having to really be cut or fabricated, and somebody could build one of these pretty easily. So I just drilled out a small hole here. It's about 3/8, 5/16. And then the barrel plug will go right through there. I took it out so I could install this. And let me move this out of the way. So the pump and the fan, and I put a barrel plug on the end of this one as well, the female. So when you plug the, let me go ahead and take that out so you can see it. So I bought this is kind of like a laptop charger. So it's a converter. You plug it in the wall, and just like a laptop charger, this one reduces down to 12 volts. So I can run the fan and the pump off of here on the 12 volts. And this particular model here, when you plug it in the wall, has the barrel plug on the end here with the male. So you can just plug that into the pump or the fan. So what I did was I bought these splitters. This one's a 4-way. So a lot of this is in the pictures on the Facebook for Old Man and Cat, but I haven't done a video kind of breaking it down. So anyway, I might have, but anyway, you plug it in the wall, and then it comes out a barrel plug at 12 volts, and then you plug it into the splitter. And then I've got 4-way splitters and 2-way, so you can run 2 air conditioners off of this. And that's why I bought this at 10 amps, so it'd be strong enough to run a couple of these or maybe even more. And then once you run it into here, into the Y splitter, this is a 4-way. You plug the pump into, this one will go right into the other barrel plug for the pump, and then this one will go into the fan. And so that's if you plug it straight in and you run it wide open. And I bought these small extension cords that have the barrel plug. This is like 6 or 10 feet. I think I have done a video on this. And then I also bought the on-off switch, and this also has the male and female barrel plug. So anyway, for now, that's what's going on. And also, one thing I haven't mentioned, this is just a